In this video, we'll be looking into how to fill your UTME 2026 registration form. How would you fill it to avoid error? This form is into 5 different sections, section A to E, section A, B, C, D, E. And then this video will be useful and be helpful to students who are preparing to register JAMB or UTME 2026. So let's go with the first section, which is section A, which says essential information. That is, information declared here must agree with NIMC, meaning that this section A, all this information here, they must tally with your NIN. So if not, that's another thing entirely. So the first thing we have here is profile code. So the profile code is a 10-digit number generated using your NIN. That is, you're going to type NIN in capital letter, then enter your 11-digit NIN number, send it to 55019 or 66019, and then you will receive your 10-digit profile code. I've done a video on how to generate the profile code. Now, for the profile code, I'm just guessing a particular profile code. Let's say this is 206415238 Please don't do mistake with this your profile code. It's a 10-digit number. Without profile code, you cannot register JAMB 2026 or you even both UTME and direct entry. Profile code is the first thing for you to do when you are preparing to register JAMB 2026. Then after getting your profile code, which we already filled here, which is a 10-digit number, like I said earlier, JAMB will be the one to send you your profile code. If you have written JAMB before, let's say 2024, 2023, 2025, 2022, 2021, 2020, even 2019, you are going to use the same profile code. And if you want to be sure whether you use the same profile code, do well to just resend your NIN to 55019. You will still be given the same profile code. Now, after you have filled your profile code here, the next thing is to fill your PIN. So the PIN is 16-digit number. Now, how will you get your PIN? Like I said, after getting your profile code, so you will vend your PIN. This PIN can also be called ePIN. ePIN. You will vend your ePIN. If you want to vend your ePIN, let me know in the comment section. I can assist you with that. The ePIN is the actual money, like the actual registration fee. Let me turn it like that. The ePIN is broken down into the form fee, the CBT registration fee, the novel fee, and everything is accumulated together and called ePIN. So after generating your profile code from your home, you can comment under the comment section that you want me to help you generate your ePIN, or you can go to any vendor to generate ePIN for you. Even you yourself can generate it for you. I will do a video on how to generate ePIN. If you need a video, go under the comment section and let me know if you need a video for the ePIN. So after generating your ePIN, it is mostly 16 digits number. Then you write the ePIN here. So let me assume 16-digit number. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Let me put 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have to clean this 3 away. So that makes it 16-digit number. So when you get to the CBT center to register your JAMB, you will present them the profile code and also your ePIN. Some CBT center can also help you to generate your ePIN, but basically JAMB did not want CBT center to even have any physical, any cash payment with them. So it's good for you to have your ePIN before you move down to CBT center. Now the next thing to fill is your surname. Now read the information. They said fill this form in capital letter. You have to fill the form in capital letter. So your surname, let's say your surname is Matkin. So that's your surname. You fill it in capital letter. Okay. So after your surname simply means your father's name. Everybody knows that. And after that, the next thing is your first name. So your first name, let's say it is Tutorial. Take note that your first name simply means your own name. I mean the name that your friends, mother, father, usually everybody used to call you. That's your own name. While your surname is your father's name. So after the first name, the next one is your middle name. So your middle name can be online. Just putting all these things there, you all do your surname, which is your father's name, which is your surname, your father's name. So your first name, that's your own name, and your middle name. So that's what we have there. Then after that, you have your date of birth. Now look at that date of birth. It's written, you have to write the date first, then followed by the month, the day rather, followed by the month and the year. So how will you write it? It's going to be this 24 10 1982. That's the date of birth. Now take note in this date of birth of a thing. You must be 16 years old by September. So if you not be up to 16 years old by September, don't bother to register for UTME and even either direct entry. Don't bother to register for JAMB if you will not be 16 years old by September. So this is the date of birth. It has to be written in this format. The day, that's 24, the month, that's October, and the year, 1982. After that, the marital status, which simply means that are you married, single, divorced, or which one are you? Most students, they are always single. So let's put single here. Now, then, they stated here that maiden name, if married, maiden name means your father's name. For those who are married, though, your father's name before you got married. Let's assume that I am Abubakar Aisha. Abubakar happens to be my father's name. I mean, if I'm referring to I'm referring myself to a female. So Abubakar has to be my father's name, and Aisha happens to be my name. So once I got married to Matkem, so my name becomes Matkem Aisha, which simply means that Abubakar happens to be my maiden name. So if you are married, then your maiden name is going to be Abubakar. So let me just put Abubakar here. So that's the maiden name. Then after that, the next one is the GSM. That's your phone number. Phone number happens to be the number you use to generate your profile code. That must be the number you are going to. Even automatically, the number will pop up itself. So you don't even need to stress yourself. The number will pop up itself. So let's say the number is 090 68 61 67 21. So let's say that's the number. And your nationality. Basically, most of UTME students are Nigeria, although some foreigners used to register as well. So for your nationality, that will be Nigeria. State of origin, so that will be Osun. Just write Osun here. Is okay, Osun State. So with the local government area, so the local government area, that will be Ifelodun. Now, all this information written here in this section A, definitely they will be collected from your NIN. So anything you inserted during your NIN registration, everything will pop up here except the phone number. This phone number will be generated from, this phone number will pop up based on the number you use to generate your profile code. This your pin, you are going to buy it, you are going to like vending it, you are going to buy it. Your profile code, you send NIN to 5019 to get that. So all of that information, they are coming from your information you supply during your NIN registration. So then there's something that we says I have made correction to my biodata at NIMC after my last registration. If yes, click on yes. If no, click on no. So if it is no, then let me just mark no here. So we are done with everything in this section A. Please don't make mistake in this section A. Like I said earlier, this information in this section A must tally with what? With the information you supply during your NIN. And for the date of birth, you must be 16 years old by September 2026 before you be eligible to register UTME 2026 exam. Now in the section B, The section B says that other information. So which way you have the disability, that is challenges you have, blind, deaf, dumb, albino, lame, or others. And if you don't have, you click on none. So let's assume that the student registering this one and the person is blind. So you just click on this. And if you don't have anything, you will tick on none. And if you have, which is not here, then you are going to write it in that order. Then the next one is the email address. See, I used to advise students that even if you want to do mistake, don't do mistake in this email address. Because once you can say that this email address will not be collected from your NIN at all. It's different thing entirely. So you'll be the one to insert it yourself. This email address, okay, now let's assume that my email address is matkentutorial. Matkentutorial. So at gmail.com. Please, the mistake you should not make is that number one, if your email address is wrong and if it's an email address that you cannot access, let's say you cannot log into it on your phone and everything, then you won't be able to log into your JAMB portal yourself, like using your phone and log in with your password and your email address. That won't be possible for you, number one. Number two, JAMB might want to send some information to you, so you won't have access to receive those information if you fill a wrong email address. Now there is something that used to happen whenever you went to CBT center, too much of people on ground, crowd, a lot of students who also want to register and everything. So when those agents, those CBT agents, they are registering you because they will type all these details on your system, like on JAMB server, on JAMB portal, they will type everything there. This is human being. No one is above mistake. So while typing it, they might eventually omit C in this math chem. While typing, they are rushing and trying to attend to so many students. Please, when they are typing all this your information there, sit beside them and watch very well. Focus more on all the details they are entering into the system and check the spelling very well, very well. Even some of them might be trying to type tutorial and they will omit the "hi" in that tutorial. So when they are typing your email address, ensure that they type the correct one. They should not make any mistake. Everything should be perfect. Because once there's a mistake, you cannot correct that particular mistake again. Once they submit the registration and they give you your printout, you won't be able to correct any mistake again. Okay, so now the next thing to fill there is the contact address. So let's say the contact address can be Idorandu, 13B Idorandu Street, Surulere, Lagos. Now the next one is preferred state of exam, meaning that which state did you want JAMB to post you for the exam? Like which state did you want to write the exam? I used to advise students that since your contact address is this particular one, which is Lagos State, so your preferred state of exam should also be Lagos State. So your exam town means that after you have selected the state you want to write the exam, then the town, just like something like Surulere now should be your town because you are living in Lagos State and this is your maybe local government. So your town should also be within your state. So your town should be Surulere. Surulere. So the next one will be mock exam. So if you want to register mock, then if you want to register mock, if it is yes, you click on yes. If it is no, then you click on no. But there is one thing with this mock. You know that when you are purchasing this e-pin of 18 above, when you are purchasing the e-pin of 18 above, so one of the information on that while purchasing the e-pin is that it will ask you that are you writing mock, are you not writing mock? So this one would have been generated while purchasing the e-pin. You understand? But you still need to fill it in the form. It should have been generated while purchasing the e-pin because the price for the those writing mock is different from those who are not writing mock. So that one is coming from the e-pin as well. So now the mock exam state, like which state did you want to write the mock? Since you're already writing the main exam in Lagos State, then the mock 2 should also be Lagos State as well. And also the mock exam town. The mock exam town exam time should also be Surulere as well. So it is very good for both of them to tally. This Surulere. So these are everything you need to fill for the section A and section B. So I'll be stopping this video here, and my next video is going to be for section C, D, E. If you need the second video, I will title the video part B. So if you need the part B video, go to the comment section and comment that you need the part B video. And if you don't understand anything from this video, just let me know. If you have any question pertaining to this video, or if you have any difficulties or anything you didn't understand in this video, just go to the comment section to comment it there that you didn't understand this. And if you need the part B video, type in there you need part B video, and I will send you the link immediately. Please do well to share this video to other UTME students. Let them learn how to fill their UTME registration form. And if you want to join our virtual tutorial class for UTME and SSE students, we use both WhatsApp platform and then the online WhatsApp platform and Zoom classroom to teaching. Our teaching are very effective and we deliver very well. We assure you the best in exam. Best of luck in your registration, best of luck in your exam, and I wish you all success. Bye. Thank you.